Hello pretties, welcome to Websterill. So today I have my empties for the entire year, and for the first time ever I have number comparisons to the last 2 years. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, take these numbers with a grain of salt, because I was doing like an inventory of like all of my empties for last year, or for this year, or 2022 actually, so last year, and like compared to like what I had noted that I had finished. And I was off a couple of things here and there, so I'm assuming my other numbers are probably going to be off as well. But there's that. Before we get into like the actual empties, I do want to quickly go over the other things that I am either decluttering or finishing, that I finished that are not makeup related technically. So I do have a mask right here from Gingerbread Man. That's not it. It's called Fantasy. There you go. So there's that. I have this philosophy thingy. So yeah, that's done. Have my sunscreen. That one's finished as well. Let's see, I have this Tatcha cream, face cream. I didn't really like that. I feel like it felt like silicone on my face. Gaia! Jesus, get out of the way. I have the eye cream from e.l.f., which is a usual suspect here quite often. Have vitamin C from Ordinary, another usual suspect. And then the rest are just declutters, so I'm getting rid of these two sponges. They just have too many like little holes in them. They're just getting really old. Some of you guys know that I got this little set from Pacifica because I wanted to try them. And funny enough, one of you guys said that this smelled like oregano, and I was like, that has to be an exaggeration. It's not. This one actually smells like oregano. It's called Neon Moon. It's awful. It's awful. But I did find 3 out of the 5 that I really enjoyed, and specifically they sold those 3 that I liked in like a rollerball set that was bigger than this, so I ended up buying those. And then I bought another set of these for like the other fragrances they have, because it looks like they only have 10 fragrances total. So I'm gonna try the other ones now and see if there's any of those that I like. But I thought that rollerball set was pretty good. But yeah, but this one sucked. This one really smelled like you just put spices all over yourself. It was awful. And then if you saw my Pound the Palette finale, you would have seen this. Yeah, this one was a major foul. I just really don't like this formula. I feel like if I at least liked the formula, I could probably make this work, because the shades itself, they're not that bad. It's just the formula was so awful. I never wanted to reach for it. So there's that. Those are those. So let's go over my empties. One thing that I don't track, but I do like to show you guys at the very end, is perfumes. So let's go over those real quickly. Oh gosh. So, oh my goodness. I have the other 4 of that little set. So I really liked Silver Moon. I liked Dream Moon, as well as Flower Moon, and those are the ones that came in the roller set, and they sold it on Ulta. So it's such a satisfying sound. I got this one from Clean, and it's called Aqua Neroli. It smelled fine. I didn't like it enough to buy it in a full-size bottle, so I had gotten this mini because I was trying to find something that I might enjoy. I got this one's from Skylar. Let's see, I got Meadow, which Meadow I liked enough. Isle, which again I liked enough. And Arrow is my favorite, but it's been discontinued. I think there's a little bit left, but we can, never mind. So there's that. So I finished quite a few fragrances, but if you guys know, I don't really own any fragrances anymore, except for like the little sample ones that I currently have, which I got 1 more sale samples, and those rolls, those are the only perfumes that I currently own. I've been trying to find my signature scent, but I feel like every time I find it, it gets discontinued, so it's just been a real struggle. But okay, that's all the perfumes that we have. So let's start with base, because I feel like base, actually let's start with nail polish. So I did pretty good, I feel like, with nail polishes. I finished a total of 5 nail polishes this year. So I have this one from Carlos and from Ramona. This one's old as dirt, so I don't even know what it is. This one's from OPI in Pretty Pink Perseveres. Interesting name. I really like it. It's like a almost white pink, like pale pink. It was really cute. I really enjoyed it. I have this green that I really liked as well. This one is in Withstand the Test of Time, also from OPI. I love a white nail polish, so I got this one as well. This was in Non-Stop White. I really liked it as well. And then I had this one from Bitsy, which is the Sally's Beauty brand. This one was okay, and it's in the shade Hour. I actually like this brand, and it is cruelty-free, so I might consider buying some more from these, and I think they're only like $1 or $2. So I might consider those in the future. Although I will say though, I decided to try one of the Light Slackers nail polishes for New Year's Eve, you know, kind of give myself a little treat or whatever. Holy shit, I was so impressed with how long it lasted, how quickly it dried and didn't budge. I was very impressed. Okay, now let's go to the non-interesting face makeup products. I have noted here that I have 3 setting sprays, but I only have 2, so something went wrong. So there's that. I have 4 primers. I have 3 from the ColourPop Pretty Fresh, and then I have the e.l.f. Putty Primer as well. Let's go into powders next. I have 2 of these e.l.f. HD powders. I'm actually surprised I only went through 2. I feel like I usually go through more than these, but I have been trying to use less powder recently, so that's probably why. So we have those. That's everything for powder. Let's see, color correctors. I have 2 as well. I have my favorite one from Cover FX, which is not available. And so I have this one, and then I have the one from Ulta Beauty. I'm actually about to have another one done in the next like week or so from the Ulta Beauty one. Let's do concealers next. I have 2 from Pretty Fresh, and then I have the one from Milani. I really like this Milani one, although I could not get the stopper out to save my life. It was such a mess, but I got 3 concealers. For foundations, I also had 3. Oh gosh. So I had this one from Pretty Fresh Foundation. I had the one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then I had another one from Pretty Fresh as a tinted moisturizer, which I counted as foundation. So there's that. And I tried taking the little thing out, but it doesn't come out. So there's that. This doesn't come out. So regardless, I got one of those like toothpaste scooper things that you do like to like roll it or whatever. So I used that, and I feel like I got a lot of products out of this thing. So pretty happy about that. Okay, what is also not that interesting? I'm trying to do like the non-interesting ones first. I got 1 eyeshadow primer done, so there's that. I got 3 mascaras done, which before I was on the 3-month rule, and I switched this year to a 4-month rule, and I think that was very doable. I think I've always repurchased this Lash Princess, but I think moving forward, I'm actually gonna repurchase the Curl and Volume mascara from Lash Princess. I really enjoyed this one. I think this one's new, came out earlier this year. I really enjoyed it. And then I got the Bare Beauty one, and then this one. This one's not bad actually. Currently the one that I'm using is this one right here. But it's a lot drier than I remember. I don't know if it is actually a dry one that I have. I don't know. It's working fine. It's just a lot drier than I remember it being. Or maybe it's because the Bare Beauty one's so liquidy. I don't know. And that's one that I have been using recently. It just kind of threw me off. And then for lip balms, just like regular plain lip balms that I use at nighttime, I got 2. So there's those. Okay, and I feel like everything else is gonna be pretty interesting. So I gotta like get a little close up so we can do this. I have 2 single shadows. I have Say What from Ulta Beauty, and then I have this ColourPop one in Brady. I really wish Brady wasn't discontinued. I technically have a little bit left, but it completely dried out on me, and it's like flaking off, so I'm counting it. I think I did a pretty good job regardless. I used a lot of it up. So I'm pretty excited about that. Another one's pretty exciting. I have 2 lip products. Red lip products. I have a red lip liner. This is from Makeup Forever, and I couldn't sharpen anymore. So I'm calling it done right here. And then I have this liquid lipstick from L'Oreal Sanchez and Kismas. This shade has been discontinued. Another one of my favorites. I went on a hunt to try to find a dupe for this. And I have a couple of things in my collection currently that are somewhat similar. Not quite the same, but it's fine. It had to go. We have 2 brow gels. I'm actually surprised. I thought I went through more of these, but only 2. Although the one I'm currently working on is almost done. So you should be seeing that one in my Empties coming up. So there's that. Let's see, let's go through blushes. I'm really disappointed with my blushes. I only got 1 done. It's this one right here from Rare Beauty. Technically, I tried to take the stopper up, but I just couldn't. I think there's still, there's still product in here, but the won't reach it anymore, and I can't take the stopper out. Like it just literally will not come out. So what can you do? You gotta call it. And then there's two other blushes that I've been working on pretty much the entire year, powder blushes, and I've already repressed them. There's like almost nothing on them, but I just could not get them done before the year ended. I'm so disappointed. Those will be done in my first Empties video, like both of them. So there's that. All right, let's go to highlighters. Another one where I think I could have potentially finished one more if I was on top of my highlighter usage a little bit more this year. Regardless, not bad. We ended up with two. I will say though, this one was like a gimme product. Like this one was almost done at the beginning of the year. Like I only had like a week or two left, and so I ended up finishing it finally. And then I have this one from Fenty Beauty. Isn't that nice? It was almost like a putty formula. It was very strange. I really enjoyed it though. And then I have currently the one from Becca, which is really close. If that one's not done in my first Empties video of the year, it's gonna be my second one for sure, guaranteed. Quote me on that. This next ones are pretty interesting. I'm like not even sure where to start, but I guess let's start with bronzers. I have 4 bronzer Empties. I will say though, 2 of these were like super close on being done. So I have this too. This one it ended like the packaging ended up breaking, so I had to like de-put it, but I finished it all up, so that was pretty exciting. I have this one from Milani. This one was also almost done at the beginning of the year, so it went pretty quickly after that. Oh gosh, I do already have my backup ready to go for this one. I really want to open it, but I'm trying to finish the one that I have from Ofra first, because I really love this one, and the one from Ofra is okay. I just want to finish the one that I don't care for that much, so I can really enjoy the one that I have left. Bronzer is not a category I care for too much. I have another one of those Milk Cream bronzer sticks. I really like this. I would potentially consider buying it again. It's just I have other ones. I think I will probably keep buying the one from ColourPop, the Soul Beauty one, instead of this one. I think it's just a very better value, and the formula, they're not quite the same, but I do like the one from ColourPop a lot. Yeah. And then I finished this one from NARS. It was the birthday gift one. So glad it's gone. So glad. Okay, now for lip products still, we have tinted lip balms. I finished 4. So I finished the one from that NARS set, because it was like the birthday set from 2021. So that one's done. I finished this one from e.l.f. I really did not care for this. The color did not look good on me, but the formula is not terrible. I prefer the one from ColourPop. That being said, I have the one from ColourPop. This one is an A Go-Go, and I've already repurchased this shade. I really enjoy it. I don't dig out my lip products, because what I found out is that I end up just wasting them, because I don't never reach for them once they're out of the thing. And then I have the one from Rare Beauty, and it's a mini. I didn't care for this shade, but this formula is lovely. This is definitely my favorite tinted lip balm formula. It's really nice. But if you're looking for a slightly less hydrating, go for the one for ColourPop. The formula are pretty comparable. The price is like a third of the price, so you really can't go wrong with that. And they have more options, color options, but the Rare Beauty one, I really like this formula. ColourPop right behind it. But I finished this one, and then for everyone's amazement, 7 lip glosses. I finished 7 lip glosses. I will say though, not all of them are full size. 2 of them are minis. But regardless, I'm like, holy shit, that's impressive. I do want to start out by saying that this is not the one I actually finished. The one that I finished is actually the one from Persona. It's just that the little wand, whatever, came out of this one. And so I scooped everything out of this one and I put it in the Persona packaging. But I needed to show something. So this is technically the one I'm throwing away. Even though I didn't finish this one, I finished the other one. But yeah, this one's gone. Let's see. Also from Persona, this one's all beat up because my dog got to it. This one is in pink. I like this gloss fine. It's not my favorite. I think I like Shortcake better than this one. And also the Hibiscus one is really nice. Those are my 2 favorite from them. I'm actually wearing Shortcake right now. So there's that. My 2 minis, I have the Fenty, the original Fenty Glow gloss, whatever mini. It was like $100 perk. And then I got the one from Makeup Geek as well. And this is in Pink Bubbly. I ended up really enjoying this formula. I was really not sure what to expect. So I'm a little disappointed that I can't get it anymore because obviously it's discontinued. I got this one from an Etsy. Is that what it's called? The little like bags or whatever, that like subscriptions. My sister ended up getting I think it was like a December one. She got it like 2 or 3 times. So she ended up giving me one of them. And this is the gloss that came with it. So this one's gone as well. So nice. And then we have this one from Colourpop. Is their oil, whatever. They're like tinted oil. This one is in Hot Shot. I wouldn't repurchase these. I didn't think they were that great. I must prefer their tinted lip balms. I think those are more hydrating than this one. And they're also not very pigmented, which I know for some people that's not really a problem. But I want mine to be a little more pigmented. So there's that. And the last one I have here is from Lunar Beauty, and this is in Mystery, which is the one that came in their mystery box. I finished it. I was really surprised with how little product comes in this component. How much does it say? It's 0.10 ounces. The $100 perk from Ulta for the Fenty Glow was 0.07. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what's going on? And I think the deluxe size from Fenty is 0.18, and then their full size is like 0.30. So this is a third of that, and the price is pretty comparable. So yeah, I wouldn't purchase. Also, I didn't love how glittery this was, so there's that. The component, beautiful. And the other one that I have does not have all that glitter, so I do enjoy that one. But those were all of my empties for the year. So let's do those comparisons, I guess. I do want to note before that is any declutter. So this year I did declutter 1 highlighter. I ended up decluttering 3 eyeshadow palettes, including that Pixie Deluxe one. And that's it. That's all my declutters for this year. So not a lot. Last year, supposedly, I finished, let's see, there you go. Last year, supposedly, I finished 2 foundations, 3 concealers. I decluttered 1 color corrector. This is where I'm like, that cannot possibly be accurate. I did not finish any color correctors last year. So I feel like there had to be a mistake in 2021. I mean, primers, I finished 2 bronzers. It says I didn't finish any bronzers. For blush, I finished 2. For powder, I finished 3. Highlighters, I finished none. And setting spray, I finished 3. That sounds about right. I suppose. For primers, I finished 1. That's usually what I finish, 1 primer. For brows, I finished 1. And I think I started this brow category like halfway through 2021. So I think that's where there's only 1. Mascara, I finished 3. I think the 4th one, I'm pretty sure I finished 4. So that's why I'm like, this can't be accurate, because I was pretty good last year about switching my mascaras every 3 months. Single shadows, I didn't finish any, but eyeliners, I didn't finish any, but I ended up decluttering 3. For single shadows, I finished 3, but I decluttered 11 single shadows. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I didn't finish any, but I decluttered 1. And then for lip balms, I finished 1. For lip liners, I finished 0. For lip glosses, I finished 1, but decluttered 2. That's the one where I'm like, that has to be incorrect. I know for a fact I finished more than 1 lip gloss, because if y'all saw this, I eat that shit. So I feel like there's a mistake there. I must have messed 1 up somewhere. For tinted lip balm, it says I finished 1 and I decluttered 1. I think that was a relatively new category for me in 2021, so that might be accurate. Bullet lipsticks, it said I finished 1 and I decluttered 1. That sounds about right, potentially. And then liquid lipsticks, that I finished 2 and I decluttered 4. That again sounds about right. And then nail polishes, that I finished 2. And then for 2020, we are looking at finished 4 foundations, which I'm actually not surprised about that, because in 2020 I finished a lot of products. Concealer, finished 4. Color correctors, I finished 1. Bronzer, finished 5. No, primer, sorry, finished 5. Bronzers, I finished 2. Blush, I finished 1. Powder, I finished 5. Highlighter, I finished 1. And setting spray, I finished 2. Somewhat comparable to to this more recent year, so that sounds about right. For primer in 2020, none. Brows, I put NA because this wasn't a thing back then. For me, mascaras, I finished 4, which again, that's usually what I used to do, is the 3-month rule. For eyeliner, I have finished 1 and decluttered 1. Single shadows, I finished 3 and decluttered 1. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I finished none and decluttered 2. I don't declutter that often, as you guys can tell. For lip balms, I finished 2. Lip liners, I finished 2. For lip glosses, I finished 5 and decluttered 1. See, that's more accurate. That's what I'm saying. Like 2020, I must have effed something up, because me only finishing 1 lip gloss, that's not right. I have to like go back and look at my video of like my year-long empties to like double check, but that doesn't sound right. But let's move on. Tinted lip balm. This was a really, this category didn't really exist for me, so I have an A or 0. Bullet lipsticks, I have 1 and decluttered 2. Liquid lipsticks, it says that I have 8 and decluttered 2. If I remember correctly, and I may be incorrect, I think I had a lot of mini lip glosses. Oh, sorry, liquid lipsticks, like a lot of mini liquid lipsticks. So I think that's why they went so quickly. But even that number sounds crazy to me, 8. But I'm assuming they had to be a bunch of minis. That's the only way I would finish that many. But that's everything that I've got. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.